In module 5, the first topic is related to refrigeration. Actually, the refrigeration is the science of producing and maintaining temperatures below that of the surrounding atmosphere. Refrigeration is therefore the science of moving heat from low temperature to high temperature. The example of the refrigeration system is the domestic refrigerator. Another thing is that a refrigerator removes heat from the food products and rejects that heat to the atmosphere. The equipment which is used to maintain the low temperature is known as refrigerating system, and the working fluid which is used to produce this low temperature effect is known as refrigerant. Okay, next we are going to discuss about different types of units that we are using in refrigeration system. The amount of heat energy that is removed from the space to be cooled is known as refrigeration process. Hence, it is also called the capacity of the refrigerator. It is expressed in kilowatt or kilojoule per second or kilojoule per minute and so on. The rating of refrigerating machine is obtained by refrigerating effect or amount of heat extracted in a given time from a body. The rating of the refrigeration machine is given by a unit of refrigeration that is known as ton of refrigeration. 1 ton of refrigeration is defined as the amount of refrigerating effect obtained by the melting of 1 ton of ice at 0 degrees Celsius to 0 degrees Celsius water in 24 hours. So 1 ton of refrigeration is equal to 3.52 kilowatt or 3.52 kilojoule per second, or which is equal to 210 kilojoule per minute. It is a measure. You must note that it is the measure of the rate of heat transfer and not a unit mass. Okay. Hence, it should not be confused as the capacity of producing 1 ton of ice. So, you must remember 1 ton of refrigeration. 1 ton of refrigeration is equal to 3.7 kilowatt or 14,000 kilojoule per hour. Next is coefficient of performance or COP. For a refrigeration system or a refrigerator, we cannot say the efficiency. Instead of efficiency, we are using another term which is known as coefficient of performance or COP. Actually, COP is a measure of the effectiveness or the performance of the refrigeration system. It is a ratio of refrigerating effect to the input work required to produce the effect. We can write the equation as COP is equal to refrigerating effect divided by work input or desired output divided by work input, or simply Q rejected divided by work net input. Efficiency says how effectively the machine is converting the heat from the fuel to the power. The function of the refrigerator is to remove heat from the low temperature reservoir to high temperature reservoir. The COP says how effectively the refrigerator performs this function. The COP can be more than 1 since the heat transferred can be more than the power required by the refrigerator, but the efficiency can never be more than 1 since the power generated by the engine cannot be more than the total heat content of the fuel. Carnot cycle, being the most efficient and ideal cycle, can also be used for getting the refrigeration effect upon its reversal. Reversing the Carnot cycle does reverse the direction of heat and work interactions. The reversed Carnot cycle is the most efficient refrigeration cycle operating between two specified temperature levels. So it sets the highest theoretical COP. Reversed Carnot cycle is shown in the figure. It consists of the following processes, that is reversible adiabatic compression, reversible isothermal heat rejection, reversible adiabatic expansion, and reversible isothermal heat absorption. A refrigerator that operates on the reversed Carnot cycle is called a Carnot refrigerator. So here we can see the PV diagram of the reversed Carnot cycle. Like Carnot cycle, we are only changing the direction, so we will get the reversed cycle. Here in the left side we are showing a simple refrigeration cycle. In the below section it shows cold body at a T1 temperature. This we can also called as evaporator or the space to be cooled. We can absorb heat from the space to be cooled, that is QL, and transfer this QH to the atmosphere. For transferring this heat from the low temperature reservoir or a low temperature body, we need a work input. So here for the reversed Carnot cycle, we can write the COP equation as desired output divided by required input. Desired output is QL and required input is W net input. So QL is QL. From here we can write W is equal to QH minus QL. So COP is equal to QL divided by QH minus QL. For in other ways we can write it as TL divided by TH by minus TL, because for a reversible process heat transfer is directly proportional to temperature, so QL is directly proportional to TL. So in equation COP is equal to TL divided by TH minus TL. Either of these two equations we can use. Next is vapor compression cycle. A vapor compression refrigeration system, or simply VCRS system, is the most widely used cycle for refrigerators, air conditioning system and heat pumps. The block diagram and pressure enthalpy and pressure temperature entropy diagram of a vapor compression refrigeration system is shown above. The main components are compressor, condenser, expansion valve and evaporator. Evaporator means the space to be cooled. In vapor compression system, the liquid refrigerant is used, which is alternatively evaporator and condensed. At point 1, low temperature and low pressure vapor refrigerant from the evaporator enters the compressor. There the vapor refrigerant is compressed to high temperature and high pressure state. The vapor then enters the condenser where water is circulated around it. This circulated water absorbs heat from the refrigerant and the refrigerant vapor gets condensed. At point 3, the state of refrigerant will be low temperature and high pressure condensed liquid. This condensed refrigerant is then allowed to expand in the expansion valve or throttle valve V. This expansion causes the throttling of the liquid refrigerant, resulting in a decrease in its temperature and pressure. The liquid is then allowed to pass through the evaporator coil. In the evaporator, the liquid refrigerant absorbs the latent heat of evaporation from the product to be cooled or the space to be cooled and gets vaporized. This absorption of heat is utilized for cooling the food or water in the refrigerator. The refrigerants usually used in this type of refrigeration system are Freon 12, ammonia, carbon dioxide, etc. Now we are going to discuss about the functions of different parts in a vapor compression refrigeration system. Mainly there are four parts in a VCRS system, that is compressor, condenser, expansion valve and evaporator. Firstly, we are going to discuss about compressor. Compressor is used to increase the pressure of the refrigerant from the evaporated pressure to the condenser pressure. Compressor mostly handle the vapor refrigerant or the refrigerant in vapor state. The next thing one is condenser. Condenser is used to remove the heat from the refrigerant to the atmosphere or the cooling water which is circulated through the condenser. And condenser absorbs the heat from the refrigerant. In the condenser, refrigerant changes its phase from vapor to liquid. Its temperature reduces and its pressure is constant. Another process is happened in expansion valve. In expansion valve, pressure reduces to the evaporator pressure, and the refrigerant move to the evaporator or the space to be cooled and absorbs heat from the evaporator. At the entrance of the evaporator, the refrigerant is in the liquid state. This refrigerant absorbs heat from the evaporator and changes its phase to the vapor state. VCRS system has some merits, which are COP is quite high, running cost is less, and for the same refrigeration effect, the size of the evaporator is smaller, and the required temperature of the evaporator can be achieved simply by adjusting the throttle valve of the same unit, and which has also some demerits, that is initial cost is high and leakage of vapor and toxicity. That means we are using ammonia and ammonia or carbon dioxide or freon 12 in the system. The leakage of this refrigerant causes environmental pollution and ozone depletion, etc.